want to take a second to talk to you about underdogs.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for
Yeah.
you.
Fly, Eagles flying, you on the team. Touchdown, touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So today, the Eagles are 1-0. The Eagles are 1-0, and I'm hype about that. I'm not going to live that down. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not excited about that. All right, the Eagles are 1-0. That is something that the Eagles fans need to understand. That is something that the whole NFL needs to understand once, analyzing this game. At the end of the day, you get the job done. But the Eagles, look. Sometimes you say it's like the tale of two, halves or whatever it may be. This was like the tale of the beginning, like the first quarter and the last half compared to the middle two. I have no idea what happened. Kudos to the Lions. The Lions fought. The Lions came out and they played football until the very last second, and that's what you're coached to do. Shout out to them. They're a very well-coached team. We are a better team talent-wise, and honestly, it didn't show for 2 quarters of that game, and I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. The offense scored all of their points between the second and the third quarter. The running game did what it was supposed to do. Jalen Hurts did what he was supposed to do to a certain extent. There were obviously some plays left out on the field, and you expect that. It's still early in the year. But this defense, I'm not even going to talk about the offense because I'm gonna get the film and I'm gonna break down this offense because I do want to look kind of at what Jalen Hurts is doing because that's really what this season's about to me. But either way, we're gonna see what Jalen Hurts is doing. See where the improvement is, see what he needs to get better at. He got a lot of opportunities this week. Let me pull up the numbers real quick. 18 for 32, I think were the numbers. Yeah, 18 for 32. 243 yards. I mean, it doesn't jump off the page to you. It really doesn't. The one number that does jump off the page to me is that he only had 1 sack. He only took 1 sack. These dogs were going at him. These guys were going at him. That really concerned me, the offensive line. I know I just said we're not going to talk about offense, but here we are. It is what it is. This is what happens when you do lives, But yeah, that offensive line is scaring me. But that defense, man, like what the we go from looking darn near unstoppable in the beginning. In the first 2 quarters, I was like, this defense is it. This is what I could get used to this. I literally said that. That's a quote. I said that to my Eagles group. I could get used to this. But that second half, I can't get used to. I really don't know what happened. Jonathan Gannon, I don't know. I'm tired of Jonathan Gannon. If I'm being 100% honest, he was getting gashed up the middle. Now you have a bunch of dogs. You're sending them a bunch of blitzes. It looks exotic. It's beautiful. But then the offense realizes, oh, you just have nobody in the middle. Oh, you just have nobody, no dogs in the middle trying to stop us running. I don't know where Jordan Davis was. Fletcher Cox made a play or two. I don't know, man. I don't know. That defense just really, really ticked me off today. That was just ridiculous. That it was just bad all around. What's going on, Jinx Wolf? That was way too close. It was way, way too close. Way, way too close. The Eagles I understand coming out slow. I get that. I get making mistakes. I understand the penalties. I understand all that. But the defense was just getting gashed the whole second half. We made some really good plays in the first half. We made some really good plays in the second half. I'm not going to take away from every drive, but we were just giving up like 9, 10 play drives. Like it was nothing. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. We do got to do call-ins Unforgiven. I'm gonna do it soon. I told y'all the Lions not sweet. No worries. Lions will be stealing games this year, starting with Washington. Kevo, you 100% right. Look, the Lions are not trash. And I said that. I was on Woodward and people were, hating on me for saying it. But the Lions are not trash. And this could easily be a trap game if the Eagles kind of overlook them. It felt like they came out with a bunch of fire, like I said, and then it just kind of I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I'm excited to really look at this film. I'm gonna be real with you. This is like I'm not a coach. I'm not a head coach or anything, but I can only imagine this is something that you love as a head coach, that you're like, you know what, we got the win. There's a lot of good to take from this. There's a lot of bad to take from this, but there's a lot of tape either way. So, there's a lot of learning points and teaching points from this game. It was a tough game. We won, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you want to do in the NFL, no matter if it's 3 or 30. This game should have gotten out of hand. This game after the first half should have gotten way out of hand, and we didn't allow it to. Ourselves didn't allow it to it. Daniel Belfield says 1-0, and that's really all that matters. That's really all that matters. Like I said, over the week, you're gonna hear me nitpick everything about this team because you have to. That's what my job is at the end of the day. I gotta see what we did right, see what we did wrong, and go from there. What's going on, GTFO? What's going on? Rick and Mortis says JG will cost us about 4 or 5 games this year. It's looking like that. You can't do what we just did against a good team. And no offense to Detroit Lions, I don't think that I think they're a good team. I don't think they're a great team. So maybe I should rephrase that. You can't do what we did against great teams and get away with it. Our offense totally shut down in that fourth quarter, and I don't like that. I do not like that. Well, first of all, and I'm not putting it on Hurts, to be honest with you. We'll get to Hurts. I'm not talking about Hurts until I have film in front of me. That's my new motto for 2022. I'm not talking about Hurts unless I got the film in front of me, which I think I'm going to just like watch it live with members and then just clip it, and put it on the channel. So if you're a member, you know what I'm saying? It's only $1. So if you want to watch it with me, let me know. But it doesn't make no sense. We totally we just vanished. We vanished in the fourth quarter as far as our offense goes. And why are we dropping back every other play? Why are we trying to pass the ball every single play? In the fourth quarter, we're up 10. We're up 10 over here throwing the ball on first and second down. It just didn't make sense to me. A lot of the stuff we were doing just didn't make sense to me on both sides. So I want to sit here and, really go at Jonathan Gannon, but there was a lot of things on the offense that didn't make sense either. Why are we not running the ball? Miles Sanders had himself a pretty darn good day. Kenny Gainwell didn't look great when he was running the ball, but he had some plays, right? He had a good catch. You look at Boston Scott. Boston Scott was knocking heads over. So I don't know, man. There was a lot of questionable things on both sides of the ball, and I can't wait to get my hands on this film. I really can't. GTFO says AJ Brown is so good. He's a game changer. Last year, we don't have that, right? I want to see the rest of these guys getting involved, and I'm glad you bring that up. You look at that, 13 targets. We were able to target 7 different wide receivers. That's huge. I'm going to say that off the top. To be able to incorporate 7 different guys at the receiving spot is big. That's a good job by Shane Steichen. While there was many questionable things that Shane Steichen did, I liked how he tried to implement everybody. We were very heavy at A.J. Brown, 13 targets, 10 of them obviously being caught and 155 yards. I don't think that that's sustainable. I think that, again, better teams with better, cornerback ones that aren't coming off of major surgeries or major injuries the year prior, it's going to be harder to be that one-sided, right? We can't just keep on targeting A.J. Brown. But Dallas Goedert came in at second, tied with Kenny Gainwell with 4 targets. Dallas Goedert caught 3 of them for 60 yards, and Kenny Gainwell caught 2 of them. Like I said, he had one pretty good catch for, I think, a first down, and then Miles Sanders was third, I believe. Zach Pascal had a catch. And then Devontae Smith, he was targeted 4 times, but didn't get a catch. That's something that is not going to be sustainable for me. That is somebody that is, and then not even to target Quez Watkins, but these are guys that you have to incorporate into your offense. We're going to have to figure that out, especially when you're throwing the ball 30 plus times. We threw the ball 32 times today. So, I understand that you have a nice new toy out there, but let's not forget who we have. Let's really talk about this defense for sure. We're definitely, I don't even know how I'm going to attack this film. If I'm being 100% honest, like that's why I kind of just want to watch it through. I just kind of want to rewatch the game through from an all 22 perspective and kind of take it in from there. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. I'm gonna get it tomorrow. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm probably going to watch the game once or twice on its own, but yeah, once the film comes in. 10 yards off the freaking ball, really. Yeah, Gannon he was doing some weird stuff. Gannon was definitely doing some weird stuff. He went back to 4-man fronts that let the Lions back in the game. The whole game, even when we were doing good, we let the middle up. We just didn't have anybody stopping anybody in the middle. And that's really what was scaring me. It's like that anytime they went up the middle, whether it was even a screen, you saw some of the screens are a little bit tighter to the line than they usually are because nobody's in the middle. We have everybody going all around the tackles, right? You got Reddick going off the ends. You got, Graham, whoever you got coming off the ends. And then the defensive tackles, I'm like, where are these guys? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I felt very underwhelmed. Gannon can't get comfortable like that. Very true. Very true. Christian says, Vic Fangio phone is ringing right now. He might have to come down. That would be a big shift. Because you're going from a very, very young mind in Jonathan Gannon to obviously a guy that's been in this game for a while, and Vic Fangio. But I wouldn't be mad at it. Jonathan Gannon, if I had to make one, what's the word? Like hot take. I don't even think that's a hot take, but like one overreaction, it's gonna be that he needs to go, man. I already am tired of him. I'm already tired of him. We gotta fly in here. Gotta stop opening that door. AJ needed one more yard to get the highest. Oh, word, he would have got a career. Hey, he's still got 16 more games. He'll be good. He got 16 more games. Looked like we had a lead. The coaches got too comfortable again and played soft as I just don't understand the offensive mentality. Yes, the defense was like low-hanging fruit, but it's like offensively, why are we passing the ball so much? I just don't understand that. Why are we passing them? I just don't get it. Miles was ready. Miles came out there with something to prove. You could tell. Especially when he got that touchdown, it was more, you know what I'm saying? It was more than just a touchdown to him. He has something to prove today. And I hope that he keeps that throughout the season. I hope that he's able to stay healthy and he keeps that vibe throughout the season because Miles Sanders is a playmaker. If we have a healthy Miles Sanders, we have a hell of a player. 155 yards is nice. That definitely is. I'll take 155 yards. What's going on, Drew? What's going on? We have to be able to get Smitty involved. We definitely do. 4 targets. You know what I'm saying? 4 targets is good, but we have to figure out how to. I think it was just that we have a new, pretty target in AJ Brown. I'm hoping that they smooth that out. Like I said, though, you have a lot of tape from this game. They ran over, I think, 70 plays in this game. So you have a lot of tape from this game. So we'll see what happens. Offense hung up 38, but offense could be better. I mean, yeah, they could. I understand you try to say, oh, because they hit 38, they did it. And no, that's not how life works. Just because you won the game, just because you put up a certain amount of numbers, did you watch them in the fourth quarter? You want your offense to completely stall. It's not like they were just running the ball every down and becoming predictable. They were completely stalling. They weren't making plays. They were passing the ball and not making first downs. That's not what we want from our offense. Same thing. That's what I'm trying to say. I get it. We scored 38 points. We won the game, and I'm happy about that. But what do you want me to say here? Sit here and say for 45 minutes, you know what I'm saying, that we won the game? Like, there's obvious things that need to improve. The defense did well in the first half, and then they obviously fell off. So there was 2 halves to this. There was 2 halves to this game. What's going on, KJ? What's going on? Offense put up 31. Our defense got a 7, or we lose. Yeah, I mean, but it's our defense's fault that I'm in no way, shape, or form putting how close this game was on our offense. I'm just saying that at the end of the game, there were questionable calls. This was like our defense definitely should not be giving up 35 points to the Lions. And I think it was like, what was it? I think they scored most, if not like all their points in the second half. No, all right. So they scored 21 of their points in the second half. You shouldn't be doing that. When you have the game in hand, and kudos to them because they stuck with the run. There's a lot of things that the Lions did well in this, and I'm not like, but I'm not, no. Like, Jonathan Gannon, you are already on my hot seat, and now that seat is boiling. That seat is bubbling. The leather is melted, everything. I'm not doing this for the rest of the year because the Lions are decent, but they're not a team we should have struggled against. Not at all. Not in any shape or form, fashion. No type of way. shape, form, fat, any. No, I can't see it. I just don't understand what happened in that second half. We should have ran away with it in the second half. And I do put, like, again, like I said, on the offense that they should have just started running the ball in the second half. At least in the fourth quarter. Start the fourth quarter off and just run that boy. We were up 10. Take your time and go down the field. Like, I don't understand what the whole mentality of let's try and get these quick play action plays and this and that and try and get cute. Our offensive line struggled. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be. I have no reason to be upset, and I'm not upset. We won the game. I'm not upset. It's just it could have been better, and it needs to be better because we're not going to get away with this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The offensive calls were questionable. The defense was playing with a lead. The defense, look, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. The defense lost that second half for us. Like, right, if we would have lost this game, I would have definitely blamed the defense. There would have probably been plays that I said, well, if we offensively would have did this, that, and the third that we would have looked back at. But that defense, you can't do that. You can't do that. In the second half, we're up 24-14. You're up 10 in the fourth quarter. There's no reasoning for this. There's no reasoning that you give up that many points in the second half to the Lions. I'm sorry, man. Shout out to the Lions. They did their thing. But, man, them? Like, who? Come on, man. That was on the defense all the way. That being said, this is the first game, and most of the defensive pieces are playing together for the first time. When they click, this will be lethal. I'm not even worried about the players. I'm not sitting here, saying about the players. I'm sitting here talking about the coaching staff. That's what's got me worried. I'm worried about Jonathan Gannon. That's what I'm really worried about. Man, if we lost this game, maybe they fired JG. Bright side of things. Big facts. I wish they would have. Jonathan Gannon, I just don't get it. I just don't understand what's going on. I really don't know what's up with him. There's no excuses. He better get it together next week. The Vikings have a way better offense, in my opinion. Obviously, it's still the beginning of the year. You never know what teams are going to become. But I think that we can all agree that the Vikings pose a very different but probably more challenging offensive threat than we just faced in the Lions. So going into that game, I don't feel good about JG. I'm a little bit nervous about JG. There's no excuse. They had all offseason and preseason to get comfortable with each other. I agree with that. We didn't really sit our defensive players like that. I mean, they got play. I know it's tough to really gel when you can't hit people. I know it's different than game time, but they were looking good in the beginning. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. It didn't feel like the Lions were being too pretty with it. It didn't feel like they were getting too, nothing was crazy. They didn't run crazy trick plays on us or anything. They just came out there and just ran it in our throats. They just ran it down our throats. They just passed quick. They did. I don't know. I really don't get it. It's not like our defensive line was getting to the backfield even when we were, up. We were just making good plays in the secondary, which is something I never thought I would say. Like, look, I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm happy we won, but there's a lot of things that you look at this and you're like, they got to figure it out. They got to figure it out, especially by next week. I'm not going into the Vikings giving up 21 points in the second half. If we do that, we're losing. Carson Wentz got 4 passing touchdowns. That's good for him. That's good for him, man. Are they winning? Let me see if they winning. Or did they win? Damn, they won. They beat Jacksonville. He got his redemption. He got his redemption against Jacksonville. I ain't mad at that. New York Giants losing to Tennessee. I like that. Houston and Indianapolis tied. Guess they could have used Carson Wentz. New Orleans barely beat Atlanta. Chicago beat San Fran. And Miami throttled New England. I saw that a little bit of that game. Kansas City beating Arizona right now. Yeah, so you could tell. I only care about the Eagles. That's all I was watching. I really could care less about the other games. Steve Lupton says it's week 1 on the road. Take the win, watch the film, and move on to the next. That's really what you got to do with this one. This isn't like it's not the end of the world. Obviously, getting the win is all that really matters in a game like this. Like, this was ugly. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, go look at that film. And that's a good thing. That's the one good thing that I really, obviously, other than the win, that you take from something like this, that when you start kind of looking bad in a certain half or something starts kind of falling apart, you have the film to look at it and see what happened, right? You can find the root cause. So that's what you got to hope that this coaching staff does. I just don't trust Jonathan Gannon, so I don't know if that's going to happen. So I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, Infamous is right. You can't do this with Justin Jefferson and them. It is what it is. I'm a Cowboys fan living in Indy. The Colts are overrated. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with them. We'll definitely see what happens with them. The Cowboys looking overrated too. The Eagles looked overrated too. Let me not talk about junk, because we should have smacked them. We should have realistically smacked them. I really don't know what happened today. I was just ugly. And it really does come down to Jonathan Gannon. He got to answer for that. He definitely got to answer for that. So I don't know, man. We're gonna see what happens though. But either way, I just wanted to come on here and spill my thoughts real quick, let y'all know how I'm feeling. I'm definitely gonna make a video later, and then tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna go live, probably for members, and we're gonna do some just looking at the film, and then I'll drop some clips of it. Other than that, man, the Eagles are 1-0, and I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles go to 2-0 next week. So rock with your boy. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace.
Everywhere. This is for
Yeah.
you.
Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring.